This is London. Ed Murrow reporting. To an American reporter, there is something very special about the people of this city, this island, this nation. Never in the long and stormy history of Great Britain have her fortunes been as low as they are in this spring of
2018.
Britain is fighting alone for her very existence, fighting desperately. Yet her people remain steadfast and unflinching. Britain's allies have been defeated one by one as the dark stain of
Cultural enrichment
spreads across the map of Europe.
All the world that is still free marvels at the composure and fortitude with which the citizens of London are facing and surmounting the great ordeal to which they are subjected. Hostilities will end officially at 1 minute after midnight tonight.
And let us remember those who will not come back. Their constancy and courage in battle, their sacrifice and endurance in the face of a merciless enemy.
Advance Britannia! Long live the cause of freedom! God save the King!
If you consider only utility, the things you build will soon be useless.
Residents say they're the haunt of teenage gangs, and with so many exits and entrances, a mugger's dream.
We're also getting reports this morning of an explosion, a bomb explosion in Russell Square. Some eyewitnesses say it was in a litter bin, and some eyewitnesses also say that it blew the top off a bus. And Scotland Yard have now confirmed that there was an explosion in Russell Square.
For the first time ever, the number of people who class themselves as white British is now a minority in London. The 2011 census results out today show 45% of Londoners are now white British.
I don't know what's going on in London, because London is no longer an English city, and that's how they got the Olympics. I mean, they said we're the most cosmopolitan city in the world, but it doesn't feel it.
Someday, the white native English will be a minority in their own country. It's just a matter of when.
In Barking, this film shows a youth cowering on the ground, a pool of his blood on the floor. At first, a rioter appears to help him up, before they ransack his bag, rob him, and leave him in their wake.
Smoke is a signal of the mayhem in the distance. The death of a man in one part of London has triggered a wave of violence in neighbourhoods in the north and south of the capital.
Across the capital, more than 20,000 999 calls were made in a 24-hour period. That's 4 times more than usual. Police say it was their worst ever night.
What this week has shown is that profound changes have happened. I've just been rereading Enoch Powell, The Rivers of Blood speech. His prophecy was absolutely right in one sense. The Tiber didn't foam with blood, but flames lambent wrapped round Tottenham and wrapped round Clapham. But it wasn't intercommunal violence. This is where he was completely wrong. A particular sort of violent, destructive, nihilistic gangster culture has become the fashion.
We have killed this man today is because Muslims are dying daily by British soldiers, and this British soldier is an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. By Allah, we swear by the Almighty Allah, we will never stop fighting.
The tourists who'd come to see the Mother of Parliaments
ended up running away from it. Their panic explained by the sound of gunshots.
A year ago, darkness struck across Westminster Bridge and in this palace. It spread across the bridge like a snake, driving to left and right, killing and harming.
Another frame of mind, all they had on their mind was to kill people.
Early evening, Tottenham, North London, and the mopeds closing.
Just working, up to. You can put that driver's back. That was in seconds.
What you can't see is the knife in the robber's hand.
Over the past couple of months, London has seen a huge spike in crime. Its murder rate has now overtaken that of New York, as one person is stabbed to death every 3 days in the city.
London is mainly a very safe city. For most people, most of the time, they will go about their business completely untroubled by knife crime.
It is the safest global city in the world, and one of the safest cities in the world. But we are a very safe city.